Hello, welcome to the second video today. I'm making the kharik and methi sar which I had posted a few days ago, or I think a week ago, and many of my friends have requested for it because it sounded very tasty and something unique. So what I'm going to do is first let us put I have half prepared the stuff. So this is methi which is chopped fine. This is kothimbir which I am going to use along with the methi in the fodni. That is what it gives the flavor to the sar. Then over here in the cooker I have put all the stems of coriander and methi to prepare a stock. The pot for the sar is kept on the gas, so we will do a tadka of rai in it. So and before we get on, let me remove the kharik which I have kept in hot water for soaking. So that is the kharik which I have kept in the hot water for soaking. Today I am using lesser kharik because last time when I used about 10 of them, they were too much, and it gives the grainy structure to the soup, which is not when you use too much, though it makes it sweetish, it is not so easy to drink. So also what I'm going to use along with it is kokum agar. So I'm keeping the jar ready over here so that we can add about a large dough or pali of the kokum sar to give it the taste. So now let us begin with the tadka so that we can put the methi leaves and coriander to cook. I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of oil. To that we are going to add mustard seeds. So that is my masala dabba and mustard seeds. Okay. And as it splutters, we will add the kothimbir and the methi. On the side you are seeing even the masale bhat is cooking. So usually masale bhat, because it is a one pot meal, we accompany it with some kind of a sar. So today I am making the kokum, kharik and methi sar. Now to this sar we will add about half a teaspoon or quarter teaspoon, not even half, because we've added 1 chili already. So there is 1 chili which I have split. So I'm going to add it to the sar, and that quarter teaspoon of masala, mirchi powder is more than enough. About a quarter teaspoon of haldi to give it color. And I'm going to put back this masala dabba and stir the pot of sar. So let us get the padi. I have this padi or spoon which is perfect for sar. So giving it a stir. Oil. Add the salt. One teaspoon of salt goes in. We are going to adjust the sugar later on. If you don't like sugar, don't add it. But for a sar like this, you have to have the khatta meeta taste. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to measure out the agar or the kokum extract. If you don't have ready-made kokum extract, what you have to do is take about 10 petals of kokum, rasila kokum, not dried. I mean, it should be dried, but it should have juice in it, not bone dried. When you put it in hot water, it should give you a nice thickish juice. So that is kokum agar, 1 dao, which we are going to use in this. Meanwhile, I am going to get the kharik ground in the mixie to a paste. So I'll stop this here. So I have opened up the kharik and removed the seed. You will see seed and this part of the calyx, and I have added the kokum extract into the pot. So you will see those methi leaves have been cooked. I have added the kokum syrup and also the hot water in which the kharik was soaking. So now while this is boiling, I am going to grind this kharik with about half or quarter tablespoon of sugar. So since I am using half a teaspoon of sugar, half tablespoon of sugar rather, I am also using that whole padi of extract. But if you are using lesser sugar, because the kharik is not as sweet as dates, so make sure you are using less kharik, or increase the amount of kharik and reduce the amount of kokum extract. So now let us grind it. Meanwhile, the masale bhat is cooking and it is smelling great. Okay, it looks nice, fine powder. I'll give you a better look at it on the counter. So yeah, looks nice. So this will go into the pot of the saar. I'm topping up the saar with water. Getting more water. Now I will allow this saar to boil. Sorry, I made a mistake here. After grinding the kharik, I have added plain water to the saar. I just totally forgot to use the stems of methi and coriander from which I have made the stock. So instead of the plain water, you actually should be using this for extra flavor. That is all right, but because not everyone would have these stocks for the these stems for the stock. You would require a option for plain water. But what I am going to do is, after this saar boils a bit, I will still go ahead and add this stock to it. Now you have seen both options of either using plain water or the stems of methi and coriander.